That's what I call a perfect landing.
In Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
I'll save a seat for you.
20 years ago today, this came out. Oh my god, I feel old. And you know the worst thing is, I remember the day it came out. Well, I remember the time leading up to when it came out. Because I remember seeing it advertised in my local theatre. July 14th, 2000, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Oh. And you know, I don't remember any build-up to it. The movie was, we didn't expect a movie. We had 5 seasons of the TV show, and then out comes the movie. And as you'd expect, I went mental for it. I think the best thing about this is that it came out on my mother's birthday. Yeah, July 14th, that's her birthday. So she hated the show before the movie, and oh god, and then a movie comes out on her birthday, and she knew I'd want to see it. So surprise, surprise, I didn't see it on opening day. But I saw the movie, I liked it, and yeah, I've talked about it in Video Memories, obviously, so I'm probably going to be repeating a few things here and there. I saw the movie, I liked it. I mean, obviously I was 6 years old, I didn't know any better. I mean, god, I thought Dukes of Hazzard was a great movie, and no. And then as I got older, I found out people hated it. And, you know, I sort of jumped on the bandwagon with that. And then about 7 years ago, you know, my fiance was asking about what Mara Wilson's least popular movie or her worst movie was, and then I pulled out the DVD of this, and you know, I showed her what I thought was the worst movie she was in, and you know, surprisingly, that's actually one of her favourite movies she's ever done. That and Matilda, which I also have. So yeah, good for her. At least she enjoyed it. And you know, plot twist, I thought the movie was going to suck with my fiance, and yet I forgot how funny Diesel 10 was. That was something else that was great. I love him as a character. The movie sucks, but he's a great character. Thanks to Neil Crone, obviously. You know, I thought that was it. You know, the movie was mediocre now that I realised the problems it has. The plot was weak. The characters were I mean, most of the human characters were basically bland and two-dimensional. So it was very much a movie for kids. And then I found out about the director's cut. Well, the original work print. And all that was happening with that. And then I found out about P.T. Boomer. And him getting cut because he was apparently too scary. And then, obviously, it got leaked on YouTube. Oh, boy. That work print. Oh. See... And this is where I realise Thomas and Friends fans are just the absolute worst at times. Because I get that people are entitled to their own opinion with this. Because I've seen comments on the leaked work print saying that it's a masterpiece and it's infinitely better. And I'm like, I saw the work print as well. The movie is still shit. And actually, if I'm going to say anything that I should have said in the GT video I did, I think the theatrical version is better. Oh. And then there's that petition as well going on about trying to get the director's cut released, and Jesus Christ. Oh. I think at this point I've just given up on Thomas and Friends fans. Look, if you're subscribed to me and you want the director's cut released, I'm sorry, but I have to give a reality check here. Okay, there's 3 reasons why it's never going to happen. 1, there is no director's cut. There's the original work print, which was meant to be the theatrical version. That was the version that Brit took around to preview audiences in America, and they said P.T. Boomer has to go, Michael Angelis has to go, and John Bellis has to go. So that was meant to be the theatrical cut. That got recut into this. So that's it. There's only 2 theatrical cuts, basically. It's basically like Halloween 6. See, a director's cut can only exist once a theatrical cut has been released, and then years later the director goes back and makes changes to release another version. There is no director's cut. Second thing, people are convinced that Brit can actually go back and recut the entire thing. Here's the problem. in 2002, she sold her rights when she was forced to leave Gillian because this movie bombed. And she sold her rights to Hit Entertainment, which is now owned by Mattel. And the movie, as far as I know, since it was released, it's been owned by Sony Entertainment. So she's got no right to that. The movie's owned by Sony Entertainment, and Thomas and Friends is owned by Mattel. She legally cannot go back and recut this movie. All it would take, let's put it this way, if she was to go back and try and recut this movie, they would see her in court the next day. I got nothing against Britta Allcroft, but she has no legal leg to stand on. All it would take is one person at either Sony or Mattel to say no, and the idea is dead. You cannot legally recut a movie you have no rights to anymore. She sold the rights to the movie the second she left Ghislaine. So that idea is dead in the water. She legally cannot recut it. And then the third reason, suppose she does get the rights. It might happen, you never know. There's the practical problem. Peter Fonda is dead. Doug Lennox is dead. Russell Means is dead. The movie cannot be finished without them. Because most of the scenes are done. But then, once the movie's done, they're going to have to they're going to have to do the audio work. They're going to have to redo lines. They're going to have to redub things. You can't do it without them there. And honestly, it'd be doing a disservice to them if they replaced them like that. So, for both legal reasoning, logical reasoning, and practical reasoning, this cannot happen. The director's cut doesn't exist. She legally has no ability or right to go back and recut the movie to suit her belief, no matter what she thinks, unless she gets permission from Sony and probably Mattel at that point. And all it would take is one person to say no, and then she can't do it. And then just the practical, even if she gets the ability to do it, even if she gets the rights to do it, she legit can't do it. She cannot finish it. So I guarantee, if a Blu-ray comes out within the next year or so, for the 20th anniversary, I guarantee it's going to be the theatrical cut. Maybe a high-def version with maybe interviews, production design, deleted scenes. That's it. You're not going to get a director's cut. It's not going to happen. And believe me, it's who cares at this point? The original work print sucked. P.T. Boomer got maybe 10 minutes of screen time at most. And he did nothing. He blew up Muffle Mountain. That's it. Honestly, Diesel 10 was a better villain. And honestly, you take out Neil Crone from the role, and Diesel 10 just becomes a really mediocre villain at best. He has nothing going for him. So yeah, I apologise for all this. Well, I don't apologise. Thomas and Friends fans are a nightmare and need a reality check. So I figured, why the hell not at this point? So yeah, I feel old now. This movie came out 20 years ago, and yeah, it sucks. But you know what's even worse? On July 17th, 1995, 25 years ago, this came out.